holy facts and fiction. So
Why are you saying?
So I'll put in the comment section. Do you want the holy CNF or do you want holy facts and fiction? So either way, this is going to be true and false, biblical versus. And by the way, I played this at work with a few employees today. They thought it was the funnest thing in the world. And it's a great way to encourage people to get back in the Bible, saying, "What? You know, the crow only crowed twice, and Peter denied Jesus 3 times." So it's getting people to look at that because you would think if Peter denied Jesus 3 times, why wouldn't the crow 3 times? So it's it's a fun way to get us back into the Bible. So how do you think you're going to do tonight on holy facts and fiction?
Well, do I have time to think, or are we
You
doing
have time to
fast?
you have time to think. We'll give you at least 20
I'll,
seconds an
okay.
answer.
I'll probably get like
So
90%.
you get 90%. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see if you get 90%. Are you ready for question number 1 tonight, Yelena?
Yes.
Okay. Was the Bible written in English, Hebrew, and Greek when it first came out?
The Bible was written in um well the when it first came out, because then the New Testament was like Greek, of course. The Old Testament was Hebrew.
Mm-hmm.
And then Martin Luther, he translated it to German.
Let's
Like,
put it this way: true or false? When the Bible was written in English, Hebrew, and Greek when it first came out.
oh, that's what, okay, yeah, obviously that's false.
Okay, you are correct. It was written in Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek.
Okay.
Okay. Next question. Jesus walked on water during the day.
No, it was at night. That's,
Yes. Are you pulling that from the time we went to Sight and Sound and he was walking on water?
oh, no, that was without me.
Oh, no, that was what we saw on TV. We saw oh, okay. So that must have been a different version. That was
No,
because we saw most.
it said that they saw him and they thought that it was a ghost because like it was night. It was nighttime.
Yes. So yes, so you're correct. Jesus walked on water at night as described in Matthew 14:25 through 27. Okay.
Yeah.
Next question. So we are 2 for 2. Okay, that's
Yay.
great. You're at 100%. The book of Revelations is the last book in the Old Testament. True or false?
True.
It's false. The book of Revelation is the last book in the New
You
Testament.
no, you played on words. You
I
played
told
on
you you had
words.
all the time in the world.
I know, but like you encouraged me, so I'm like, I'm doing good.
It's sort of like the trivia question I asked you yesterday. Jesus' first miracle, changing water into wine
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
wedding in Nazareth, and you're like, oh yeah, yeah, and it
yeah.
was
Right away, I was like,
Cana, yeah. So you got to be careful with the words, Yelena.
okay.
True or false? David wrote all of the Psalms.
False.
That is correct. So we're 4 for 5. We're doing good. We're at 80% right now.
Okay.
Did Jesus have 13 apostles? True or false?
The apostles, 12.
You're correct. 5 out of 6. You're on a roll. True or false? Moses and Aaron were brothers.
True.
Correct. 6 out of 7. Can you remember like the 6 out of 7 or 7 out of 8 for me? Because I'm going to have a
Okay.
hard time doing this. So
Okay.
right now you're 6 out of 7.
Okay.
Okay. True or false? Ruth was the grandmother of King David.
Mm. She was a great grandmother.
Ah, you're so good. That's correct. That
Okay.
is correct. Alina got this at work today too. Wow, I thought I definitely would have gotten you on this one. So where are
That's
we?
seven.
Where are we at? 7 out of 8.
7 out of 8, yeah.
Okay. The Tower of Babel is found in the book of Genesis.
Mm, True.
You are correct. The Tower of Babel story is indeed and found in the book of Genesis. Genesis 11, 1 through 9. True or false? This is a tough one. This is it's going to make you think a little bit. Paul's original name was Saul. True or false?
True.
Yeah. How did you know that?
That's easy. But like I was trying to see if there's any tricks. That's why I had to think.
Okay, so you thought I was tricking you there.
Yeah.
Okay. Goliath, from David and Goliath, was from a tribe called the Philistines.
It's not a tribe. So false.
It's true. Goliath was from the tribe of the Philistines.
It's not, they're a people. They're not a tribe.
Well, we'll have to look that up later
Yeah, we will.
because
Because
this
the
says.
Hebrews are a people, and then the Philistines were a people, and the Hebrews had 12 tribes.
Okay. We'll have to look that up later. So that's
Yeah.
questionable. So we'll hold that off for now. Where are we at? What's your what?
So I got one wrong and nine right. So 9 out of 10.
Okay. And this one's questionable.
Yeah, this one's questionable. Well, I say I'm right because
The Bible mentions unicorns.
true.
Yeah, you got that right. The Bible does mention unicorns in some old translations, but the term likely refers to wild ox or rhinoceroses.
Yeah.
So, yep, good job. True or false? The longest verse in the Bible is in the book of Esther.
The longest verse?
Yes. The shortest verse was Jesus wept yesterday, as we know. Now, today, we are saying if the longest verse is in the book of Esther.
I'll say true.
It is true. It's Esther 8, 9. Good job.
11 out of 12.
All right. Doing pretty good. Did Peter deny Jesus 4 times?
True or false, right?
Yes.
False.
Yeah,
He
of
denied
course.
him
We were,
three
we were
times.
just talking about that, and that was yesterday. So that was a slow pitch. That was pretty easy. The prophet Isaiah's ministry lasted approximately 16 years.
I'm gonna say false.
You're correct. The prophet Isaiah's ministry is believed to have lasted about 60 years. Is the name of the sea that Moses parted was called the Red Sea?
True.
Yes. Yeah, you thought about it. You knew like right away what
Because
it
there's
was, but
tricks, yeah.
yes, you want to make sure there's no trickery in the language I asked you. Okay, this is a tough one. Did the Ark of the Covenant hold Aaron's rod, a pot of manna, and the original 10 Commandments? You are right. It
Okay,
did.
yeah, okay, because I was like, oh, I should have thought more. What if there's a trick there?
Mary, the mother of Jesus, is mentioned more in the Bible than any other woman. True or false?
Say again, in the New Testament or the Old Testament, like the whole Bible?
Overall, in the entire Bible, is Mary, the mother of Jesus, mentioned more in the Bible, Old Testament and New Testament combined, than any other woman?
False.
What's that?
False?
You are correct.
Okay.
Is not mentioned more than any other woman. Women like Eve and Sarah are mentioned more frequently. Okay, that's the last one. Where are we? Where do we stand right now?
16 out of 17.
Wow.
And then one questionable, so we could say like 15 out of
Uh,
17, but I think I'm right.
okay, so we'll have to come back to that. So this is the last one. This is a tough one. This is sort of like out of scope, but I'll explain the question when I ask it. Was the Bible the first book ever printed on the Gutenberg press? So the Gutenberg press was invented around the 15th century, and it's the start of what kind of revolutionized books being printed and exported and imported all throughout the world so people could receive those books. So the question is, was the Bible the first book that the Gutenberg press put together and distributed throughout the entire world in the 15th century?
I'm gonna say true. I've never heard of it, but
You're right. You're absolutely right. So you should. I'm glad you did, because inspired by God. So of course his book is going to be the first book through the Gutenberg press in the 15th century. What other book could
that's true.
take the Bible? So no, that was a great guess. So you did really well tonight. How many did you get?
17 out of 18, one questionable.
17 out of 18. Okay, so that's really well. You did better than Alina did today on these questions, but she did better than you yesterday on the
Because I was
questions.
pressed for time. You're like 60 seconds. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't count.
But now you know like the trickery behind
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
I have a new game we're gonna play next time. It's going to be, are these real names in the Bible or not? Or are they related? So it may be a person who's related to Moses. I may say, hey, was Moses's wife this name? True or false? So it's going to have everything to do with names. So
Okay, I'll brush up.
how good do you think you are with biblical names?
Um, I want to say I would give myself like a 70%. Like, because sometimes, like I
Ooh, okay.
said, I would like forget names and stuff. Like,
Uh-huh.
but I think I would give myself 70.
Okay.
You
Hey,
know,
that's fair. That's fair. You're being let me
sorry.
let me end this and I'll still talk to you. Hang on a second. So that's a wrap, everybody. If you haven't subscribed, by the way, I just want to say I appreciate all 6 subscribers. This is great, all 6 of you. This is
Like and
fantastic.
subscribe.
Let's get to number 7, one of God's favorite numbers.